So our boy Mexican Padilla was showing off his new jewelry today. It's rather lovely. I don't think it's really my style, but you know, everybody has their own taste. Some things of note. Um, Number one, he he still believes that you can't be trespassed from public property, a building that's open to the public. He doesn't think you can be trespassed from it. He may be wondering why the judges, the district attorneys, and the police all seem to think he can, but he doesn't think he can. Interestingly, and of note, he believes that at some point he's going to return to school, where he will complete his education and become a lawyer. That would be interesting. Very interesting. There were the general pleas of, he didn't do nothing and he's a good boy. And then while he shows this paper, he goes on to say that he's going to petition, well, not only to have Salvaggio get an injunction against Salvaggio, a restraining order, but he's also going to petition the judge to allow him to continue his work because YouTube pays him for his videos. He wants to continue his work of filming the police. I don't think Mexican Padilla is firing on all cylinders right now. Number one, he believes that the police chief can track where he is via the GPS in the ankle bracelet and go kill Mexican Padilla. That's slightly unhinged. Second, after having read this, where his initial charge was harassing a public servant, he wishes to have the judge sign off on him going back to harassing public servants. And now I know what you're saying. You're going to say, filming the police isn't harassing them. Well, we've probably either seen or experienced a situation where a sibling would do the I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you thing just to annoy the other sibling. We've all seen something along those lines. We know that you could just annoy and harass the living daylights out of somebody while doing something that's perfectly all right to do. I'm sure if you were let's say a receptionist at a police station, and you had someone shoving a camera literally into your face, like inches away. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm just filming. It's a protected right. Maybe you would feel slightly harassed. There was a video I saw of a group of people with cameras chasing someone who I don't know if they ever actually confirmed it, because I watched it on 2x speed and I did some skipping. But they chased this guy. He was in fear for his life. He eventually got to a group of police officers, but he pulled his gun at one point, and honestly, I don't blame him. I mean, yeah, all you're doing is filming. Well, no, you're following this guy, and it's weird, it's odd, it's suspicious. It's perfectly legal. Yeah, whatever. Uh, So in Texas, carrying a gun is legal, right? And walking on the sidewalk is illegal. Walking on the sidewalk with a gun is legal. Until you point it at someone. Then all of a sudden it's not legal anymore. You know what I mean? So anyway, back to Padilla. So he's doing his e-begging routine because, well, he's got nothing better to do. He's drinking a Monster. Last I knew, those weren't free. He's going to send his wife to the store to get the things that he needs to do to put up a tile backsplash somewhere in his house. And last I checked, that wasn't free. He's got a shed on his property somewhere, or a storage unit, that has somewhere between $10,000 and $20,000 worth of power tools in it. I don't know if he wanted to say that. If I was his lawyer, I would advise him not to say it. Because saying things like I have $10,000 to $20,000 worth of power tools in my storage unit might make the police start to wonder where the hell you got $10,000 to $20,000 worth of power tools and why you have them in a storage unit or shed. You know what I mean? $10,000 to $20,000 of power tools might have fallen off the back of a truck somewhere or something along those lines. You have a public defender, it might make the state think that maybe you are able to pay for a public or a actual attorney, not a public defender. Public defenders are actual attorneys, but you know what I mean. Like you're able to pay for your attorney. The state shouldn't have to pay for you. You're not indigent if you have $20,000 worth of power tools. And then towards the end, somebody gave him $50. Good Lord. Good Lord. But he didn't do nothing wrong. He's a good boy. He never did nothing wrong. And he just can't understand why the state's keeping him down. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.